may be dyslexic, but I have a great voice. I am dyslexic, but I'm a great thinker.
I'm dyslexic, but I have a creative brain.
I'm a creative thinker.
I might be dyslexic, but I'm the same as everybody else.
When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade.
Dyslexia is a language learning deficit characterized by difficulties with fluent reading, spelling, writing, and sometimes remembering how words are pronounced. Most individuals with dyslexia have difficulty identifying the separate sounds in words and learning how those sounds are represented by letters. In Humble ISD, the response to intervention process is the beginning for our dyslexic students. So once a student begins to struggle with reading, interventions are put into place.
And the teachers usually will have me look at some of their work, or we will meet and look at students that haven't met benchmarks. And through that, we will give some tests and see if they meet the criteria for dyslexia. And if they do, then they join me with the dyslexic program. That program typically works in small groups, working on those issues of spelling, decoding, fluency, and writing.
When he was first diagnosed with dyslexia, I thought there was something wrong. But as I discovered, there's nothing wrong. You just have to take a different approach and a lot of hard work.
In the classroom, these students are not getting the approach that's necessary for their difference in their thinking. They need a more multisensory approach to access the language. We might put our hand up to our throat and ask, is it a voiced sound? Is it an unvoiced sound? We really sort of discover what that letter is doing, how it looks, and we also might have a tray of sand and we'll trace that letter in the sand. I've even used model magic or Play-Doh, and they enjoy building the letters and creating more of a 3D type shape so that it is more solidified in their brain. It really helps them develop a system that they can decode more easily and eventually quickly while they're reading. As I've worked with students over the years, I have found that engagement is sometimes an issue, and had an iPad at home, so I decided to bring it and use it along with my lessons. I found some apps that did some of the same rules that we were working on, and I ended my lesson by using that app, and the kids loved it. They found that to be exciting. They asked if they could use it again the next day. I have really found the iPad to be essential to what I do with the dyslexic students.
It helps a lot because it helps whenever you're struggling and you can't figure out what word it is. We break them up in syllables and we sound them and we put the syllables in a place.
Because sometimes we get play on the iPad, or learning games on the iPad, so it warms my brain up to something new on the iPad. And if I ever do something on paper, I know what to do.
And one of the most important things that we can do for our students is help them understand how their mind works, that they have very specific gifts that others don't have. Individuals with dyslexia are often very capable or even gifted in the areas of art, computer science, design, drama, music, mathematics, and sports. That's why if you look at a list of famous dyslexics, you'll see those fields very heavily represented.
The most important thing that I do with my students when we begin their journey is that I want them to understand what dyslexia is. I think it's important for us to put a name to it and for them to understand what's happening with them and why they're struggling.
Thankfully, we have Miss Ferris who works really hard, and she's not only helped Jacob, but she's helped us through all of this. And most of all, it doesn't take away who you are. It makes you actually a better person.
Because I know I'm smart and I'm not going to fail.